Welcome back. Like I said in the last video I did, it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I'm trying to get back into it. So today I want to talk about The Stranger by Max Frei. This is actually a book by a Ukrainian. What I've found out is it says Max Frei. Yes, Max Frei is the pen name of a woman named Svetlana Martinchik. I'm not sure. I don't do Russian, but this is a Russian artist of Ukrainian origin. So anyway, I really enjoyed this book. There's some drawbacks, but what doesn't have drawbacks? You have Max. Max Frei wrote the book. Max is the main character. Not necessarily the same Max, but Max, living in Russia, he can only sleep during the day. At night, he has a hard time falling asleep. Totally understand that there, but when Max falls asleep, he dreams about another world. Now, this may be common dream for people. No, I don't know. But for Max, when he's in this dream, he meets this man named Sir Juffin Hully, and has conversations with him. And he thinks it's just a dream. I'm just dreaming away here. But Max is actually projecting himself into a parallel world, and Sir Juffin Hully is an actual person in this other world, and he directs Max on how to arrive in his world. When he arrives in his world, he is he is hired by the Minor Secret Investigative Force. They're the secret police, or maybe not so secret. There's the police, and then there's the Minor Secret Investigative Force that's tasked with basically keeping a handle on magical crime in this new world that he comes to. It's very imaginative, very different. It's when Max ends up in this new world, it's very different from Russia. It's very much more puts me particularly in mind of India, with their manner of dress and things. But hey, if it could be that it's a different, it gives you a different feel. Max is very likable as a character. He's very curious and open about exploring this new world and finding out what it's all about. The other characters in the novel are very well thought out, well characterized. At the Minor Secret Investigative Force, Max works with Sir Juffin Hully, as I mentioned before, but there's also Sir Sheriff Lonley Lockley. And again, these are made-up names, so who knows if I'm pronouncing them right. Sir Manga Melifaro, he's the Minor Secret Investigative Force works at night, so it really works out for Max. He can sleep during the day and come to work at night. But they do have this Sir Manga Melifaro, who he works during the day. So he's the daytime representative of the Minor Secret Investigative Force. There's Sir Yax. His job is to go around and eavesdrop. He just goes around and finds out rumors about what's happening and reports them back. Lady Melamori Blim, she is an expert tracker. Her magic allows her to track people and things. Sir Lookfee Pence, he is the master keeper of knowledge, and they get along really well. They work really well together. They're very interesting characters to find out more about. and it's really interesting to learn about this new world and how it differs from ours. Personally, I would very much like the Amoblers. Again, it's a made-up vehicle, mostly because of the way that they don't run on gas. they basically run on your willpower. So when you get behind the wheel, you can make it go as fast as you want by just thinking really hard about it. And everybody in this world who has one and drives it, they basically think horse-drawn carriage speed, and no faster. They go at a rather sedate pace. If you're thinking like stagecoach that you see in the Wild Wild West movies, and you're thinking of racing across the plains, that's way faster than most people drive these. But Max, he likes to drive them as fast as he can make them, as fast as he can make them go. Again, with the gas prices and stuff, that would be kind of nice to be able to, just think really hard about making the car go and getting to work. As I said, the Minor Secret Investigative Force, their particular remit is to handle magical crimes from rogue magicians. And so they focus on these cases, and again, this is very much episodic in nature with the chapters, where each case is basically finished up by the end of the chapter. There may be ties and hints of things that go on between the chapters, but or connections between the chapters. But the first case, it's a haunted mirror. They have a haunted house with robberies. They have there's a prison cell. The prisoners go into the cell and they die, and they're trying to figure out what keeps killing them. There's one where somebody from our world ends up in this new world, and he thinks of it as a dream, and that nothing in it is real, and so he kills people because they're not real to him. And so it's up to Max to figure out what's going on and to put right what's going on. As I said before, I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed it. I've read I think there's 4 books in the series. The series is The Labyrinth of Echoes, and this is book 1, The Stranger. And Max, when he gets to this new world, he finds that he can now perform magic, and he takes to it really well. However, there are a couple of things that personally I found, I don't know, off-putting is not really the right word. Max in the book turns out to be something of a, I forget what the term for it is. But female version is, there it is. A female version is a Mary Sue. In the male version, they call it a Gary Stew or Marty Stew or something like that. So Max ends up being somewhat of a Gary Stew in these books. He's a bit overpowered for what's going on around him. Yes, granted, there is a point at the beginning where he is learning magic and things, but because of a couple things that go on, he ends up with spit, that basically will kill you if he spits on you. And so it really doesn't matter how powerful you are, how strong in magic you are. If he spits on you, you're dead. He has used it a few times, and so he has this this ability that just makes him a little bit more overpowered than maybe he should be at this point. It's like he comes into this world and suddenly he has all the fantasy abilities that you could have wanted. Rather, instead of needing to earn them, he just has them. Now, granted, there is a learning arc. Maybe it is a little bit too small of a learning arc in the book, and maybe it should have been built out across the chapters, but because of the episodic nature, he needed to have that power in that chapter to resolve the thing that was going on in that chapter, and so because of that, he had that power. And so it seems a little bit as if they were kind of shoehorning him in at that point and giving him the powers that he needed, whether or not he had earned them by learning. He just had them. Now, he doesn't just show up there and he has this deadly spit. There is a point in the book where it talks about how he came by that ability, but the fact that he can spit on you and it will kill you is... there's no other reason for him to have that except as basically a nuclear option at that point. If he spits on you, you're dead, and it doesn't matter. And so, like I said, there's some elements of that where he just has the power to do whatever he needs to do right when he needs to do it. I don't remember which book it's in, but he comes up against a rogue magician, and they fire off this deadly spell that will kill you with one hit, but because of Max and he's the main character, he can't die. He has that narrative get out of jail free card that means that he is able to somehow survive the spell. And so there's a little bit of that where Max just it doesn't feel like Max is actually in danger in this world. And he just has the ability to do whatever he needs to do when he needs to do it, which it does then downplay the danger at that point in time in the narrative. Still an enjoyable read. I still highly recommend The Stranger. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it if you've read it, or hey, if this is your kind of book, let me know. Also in the comments, let me know if there's a book that you'd like me to review. I'm always up for looking at new things, and maybe I've already read it, so I can give you my thoughts on it. Any questions or comments, let me know, and have fun.